Welcome everyone to another episode of Wrestling Shorts with Peter DeLonge. I, of course, am Peter DeLonge. Thank you so much for joining us once again. I've been having a blast putting out these videos for you. If you're enjoying the content that we are putting out, make sure you give it a like, give it a follow, let people know. Bring them over to the page, and hopefully they'll find something that they like as well. Hey, wrestling's awesome. We love talking about it. We're going to get right to it. Hopefully everybody had a blast over the spooky weekend. Halloween now behind us, and we're going to move right along this upcoming weekend. November 6th in Mayfield, Pennsylvania, Backbreakers Entertainment returns to the Falcon's Nest in Mayfield, Pennsylvania with When Worlds Collide. Plenty of action to be had at the Falcon's Nest. All of the matches have been announced. Lots of cool stuff going on. Title matches, grudge matches, first-time encounters, and of course, a professional wrestling legend will make an appearance inside a BBE ring. We're going to break the entire card down for you and then throw an extra bonus match onto the end like we usually do. Let's get right to it. With each of these competitors coming off of a big win at our last show at the Falcon's Nest, both of these men are going to be eyeing up an opportunity to take another step up the ladder and get themselves closer to title contention. It's going to be the Gatekeeper versus the Trailblazer. I'm talking about the leader of the Zhang Nation, Harzang, versus the former BBE Heavyweight Champion, Aaron Roxas. Roberto Garcia debuted at BBE's last show in Mayfield, Pennsylvania, and gained the respect of both the crowd as well as his peers back in the locker room. So much so that the BBE Cruiserweight Champion turned his attention to Roberto Garcia and decided to give him the opportunity of his very short career. It turns out Squid Sterling sees something in Roberto Garcia and wants to give him an opportunity to spread his wings and see what else he's capable of. So, at When Worlds Collide, it'll be Roberto Garcia taking on the BBE Cruiserweight Champion, Squid Sterling. Two men recently made their return to a BBE ring. Both of those men came up short in their respective matches, and both of those men are looking for an opportunity to turn the tides of momentum into their favorable direction. At When Worlds Collide, we're going to see Dyson Bennett taking on the Wild One, Nile Wild. Travis Dorian recently found himself coming up short against the likes of Johnny Moran thanks to the chicanery of C.R. O'Malley on the outside, and he's looking to reestablish himself as a top player in BBE. However, Skylar Kincaid also recently found his way back to BBE, and he's looking to make an example out of anyone who finds himself across the ring from him. This is going to be one to keep an eye on, folks. It's the blue-collar brawler Travis Dorian taking on the pariah Skylar Kincaid. Johnny Papadopoulos has claimed that he gains sustenance from the boos of the crowd, and what better way to feast than to take on and defeat BBE's crowd favorites. However, he may have bitten off a little more than he can chew this time, as his opponent has been announced, and it is none other than the Violent Vixen, Adina Steele. Kit Raff, coming off of a huge win over WWE superstar Gangrel at BBE's last show, has decided that the best way to put himself into title contention would be to challenge and defeat a former BBE Heavyweight Champion. He has set his sights on none other than recently dethroned Ken Andrews. Ken Andrews, accepting that challenge, has seen this as an opportunity to be able to take out the newly dubbed Raffi the Vampire Slayer and interject himself back into title contention. It's going to be interesting to see how this one is going to play out, folks. It's going to be Kit Raff taking on Ken Andrews. Now, this next matchup has me excited not only because of the competitors that are directly involved, but also for the man who will be lending his voice to the opening ceremonies. I'm talking, of course, about the Tag Team Championship match that will be announced by a man who has been involved in the professional wrestling business since the 1970s, has been a part of every major wrestling promotion, as well as plenty of independent wrestling promotions as well all along the way. I, of course, am talking about the world's most dangerous announcer, Gary Michael Capetta. Now, the matchup that he will be announcing is, as I said, the Backbreakers Entertainment Tag Team Championship match, and that will see Eric Pinhat and Brad DeMeo, the Diamond City War Machines, taking on El Fenomena Tormenta and Francisco Corona. Now it's going to be interesting to witness this clash of styles as the Smash Mouth Bruisers go up against the high-flying luchadors, all under the watchful eye of a man who brings incredible wealths of knowledge and experience. Really looking forward to this one, folks. Can't wait to see it live. And of course, that brings us to the very first matchup that was announced when BBE started talking about this show. At Summer Showcase 4, Mike Mitchell, M3, was able to capture the heavyweight title from Ken Andrews, but his celebration was cut short as Rex Taylor stormed the ring and attacked him from behind after a grueling match. Rex Taylor explained that he felt that he was being overlooked by BBE management and was demanding a shot at that title that M3 had just won. So, the main event is set, and it's going to be Mike Mitchell accepting the challenge laid out by a very angry, jacked jerk, Rex Taylor. Be there live at the Falcon's Nest in Mayfield, Pennsylvania this Saturday, November 6th, as BBE presents When Worlds Collide. Make sure to check out the social media pages for any more info. Tickets will be available at the door. Hope to see you there, folks. And as promised, we are going to add a bonus match to the end of this episode of Wrestling Shorts like we usually do. But this match is kind of special. As most people know, Backbreakers Training Center is a professional wrestling school out of the northeastern Pennsylvania area that has produced scores of alumni who have gone on to make quite the names for themselves in the tri-state area and beyond. This match features both a tenured alumni from Backbreakers Training Center who's been spending the last few years carving a path for himself and gaining notoriety wherever he goes, as well as the most recent Backbreakers Training Center graduate just starting out on that path. Let's take you back to Summer Showcase 4 from last month at the Falcon's Nest in Mayfield, Pennsylvania. It's the debuting Roberto Garcia versus the former Backbreakers Entertainment Heavyweight Champion, Aaron Roxas.
Aaron Roxas, a former BBE Heavyweight Champion. We talked about that earlier in the night. Aaron Roxas also competing in that 8-man Battle Royal, coming up just short. But now he looks to take on, make a statement against Roberto Garcia.
Wow, and the statement may be, I am faster than you, as Garcia now, nice, pulls him over. Now
Again,
comes up. Oh,
late,
still turning around, however.
Into a cover. Aaron Roxas.
Count only. Hey, listen, it's a little warm in here. People are sweating. Those ropes could get a little slippery. It happens, but he recovered quite well.
It's very impressive footwork. The ability to change up on the fly there.
Right, a lot of people would get thrown off by something like that, but he went right back to it. Aaron Roxas having a few words with members of the crowd, like he usually does here.
Roxas setting him up.
Whoa, taking him back up, goes for the tilt-a-whirl, but Aaron Roxas holds on. Garcia fights out. Up and over to the outside. Oh!
And a kick to the back of the neck.
Now rolls in. Goes for a cutter, but gets pulled off. Oh, God.
And Aaron Roxas just almost knocking that mask directly off of the head of Roberto Garcia.
Man. Puts him up over his shoulder. Falls and allows the entirety of Roberto Garcia's weight to come crashing down onto the shoulder of Aaron Roxas, and all that force right into the gut of Roberto Garcia. That'll make your lunch come up real quick. Ooh.
Those big clubbing blows to the midsection.
Right, staying on the abdomen of Roberto Garcia. And a big heel out of the corner sends him flying.
Now Roberto Garcia's reeling.
Ever since we saw Aaron Roxas break away from C.R. O'Malley and the Crusade, he's had a new approach to this. Gotten in great shape. He's got a good new look. Those are pretty sweet tights.
I was going to say, his gear is very professional. He looks great. He's made some changes, obviously. His moveset seems a little more vicious, a little more fierce.
That's right. He definitely got that mean streak, and that's what he's pulling out right now as he comes crashing down onto the back of Roberto Garcia. And the lifeless body of Garcia just falls right back down. Goes to the cover. 2. Still in there. The newcomer not willing to let it go that easily.
Come on, he can't hear you.
Jeering the crowd here in Mayfield.
Coming down with that nasty headbutt. Putting Garcia right back down to the ground. Picking him back up, setting him off. Oh! Yoshi Tonic almost gets the near fall there.
Oh, and a shotgun drop kick in the corner. Roxas.
Get it, kid. Oh.
Almost had the former BBE Heavyweight Champion there.
Very, very close. Roxas able to get the shoulder up at just the right moment. Garcia now feeling it. Comes off the ropes. Roxas sends him through. Comes off. Boots him right in the mush once again. Further tenderizing the jaw of Roberto Garcia. Now hanging him up.
Dropping him down for that DDT.
That could be it. 1, 2. Wow, okay.
And Garcia hangs in there.
Kid's got some fight in him. I'll give it to him.
I mean, you only get one chance to make a first impression. Garcia wants to make a very impressive debut here in BBE, possibly climb the rankings, but he needs to make it past Big Aaron Roxas.
Absolutely. Win or lose, he just needs to put on a good showing. He needs to turn up turn it up to the next gear. But Aaron Roxas is not making it easy as he's just relentless in his punishment now.
Look
Coming
out.
up.
Oh, and the flash point out of the corner.
2 count once again.
Wow, Roberto Garcia kicking out of the flash point. That's been a successful move for Aaron Roxas in the past.
Garcia has had plenty of time to gain knowledge here in the BBE at the Backbreakers Training Center, and he knows Aaron Roxas very well. He's trained with him many times, so that may mean he is scouting many of his moves and able to defend against them in a way that most people haven't been able to.
And here's Roxas ascending onto that second rope.
Coming off. Oh!
Nobody home, no water in the pool as he crashes and burns.
But Garcia hasn't moved. He rolled out of the way, and he is gasping. He is doing his best. It might be smart, just trying his best to gain as much energy back. This is the opportunity he needs. Slowly getting back up to his feet, as is Roxas. Needs to capitalize. Oh!
And he does. A back elbow.
The debuting Roberto Garcia now firing up. Oh, what a neck breaker. Goes for the cover, 2 in.
Hand on the ropes. He almost had him there.
That's the rookie move, not pulling his opponent back to the middle of the ring. Stuff like that can affect the longevity of your match. That could have been it if he had just thought about that. But now the match continues. Roxas slowly getting up to his feet, but Garcia is ready for him.
The crowd in Mayfield firmly behind Roberto Garcia. Pops up. And a cutter. Oh, but Roxas rolls out of the ring.
Roxas, knowing exactly what to do, has been in there for far longer than Garcia, knew that he was in trouble, and instinctually rolled out of the ring. You cannot lose a match while outside those ropes, and Garcia knows it, and he goes right out to the outside and try and pick up his opponent and bring him back in.
Think of the energy that he's expelling, though, in order to lift up Aaron Roxas and push him into the ring.
That's right.
We'll see if that actually paid off for him or not.
Gas tank is not infinite. It does have a limit. It does run out eventually. The question is, when will it happen? Will it happen too early? Oh! Using his own momentum against him, pulling him down, goes for the knee strike.
Got that Nasher knee strike in.
Die!
Oh, and there's the AP shot. Cover. 1, 2, 3.
Gets him.
That's it.
Wow.
Aaron Roxas making a statement and defeating a debuting Roberto Garcia with efficiency using that armor-piercing shot.
Garcia with his debut here, I'm sure impressed many people. Aaron Roxas, however, not impressed. Telling the referee to raise his hand, demanding that he get the accolades of his arm being raised in victory. But you got to give it to Garcia. You can tell how much work that kid has put into his craft, and he's only going to get better in that ring.
He almost took down. He almost beat Aaron Roxas several times.
That's right, a former BBE champion. That's right. What a feather would have been in his cap. However, you know this isn't the last opportunity he's going to get. This young man's budding career is just starting, and there's nowhere to go but up.
Nevertheless, an impressive debut for Roberto Garcia.
That's right, a product of the Backbreakers Training Center. His childhood dream has come to a realization, and if you think that that's something that you would like to have come true for you as well, make sure to check out the Backbreakers Training Center on social media and find out all the details about how you yourself can become a professional wrestler.